So today's video is going to be very short and sweet. It's something that I just decided to talk about now, because I've been getting a lot of DMs on Instagram about people asking me the same question. So I thought I should just come here and clear the air based on my experience, based on my experience and what I've seen and what I've been through, you know. So yeah, I am going to be talking about working at Hagwons, working at private academies, because a lot of you seem to be confused, and I understand. I can see why you are confused. You don't know which option to go for, whether to work for the government school or to work for the private school. And honestly, it's a tough decision to make. It's a tough decision to make. You just have to weigh your options and see which one works for you best. The reason why I chose to work at the private school is because I didn't have all the documents they needed for the public school system. The public school, they required a lot from the public school process. I was like, I am too lazy for this. I don't have time for this. I'm just going to go for the private school route because it seemed easier. So they require a TEFL, a lot of they want experience. If you don't have experience, you have to have a TEFL certificate. And what else? And those 2 letters you have to get from your previous schools to say that you were taught in English. Like that was just a lot for me. That was just a lot. So I was just like, no, you know what, this is too much. And the schools that I attended, they are too far from my home, from where I lived. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go with the private academies for now. So what no one tells you about private academies is that it's not all glitz and glamour at private academies at Hagwons. It's not all glitz and glamour. It's you will get longer hours, you will work longer hours as compared to EPIC, as compared to public schools. You will work longer hours. In some schools I've heard you will be required to work some weekends, but then the good news is that they will pay you for the extra time. But then some schools I've heard that they don't pay you for extra time and you're expected to work some weekends, not all weekends, but some weekends. And that for me, and I know for some people as well, it's a bit too much. I know for me, like weekends are when you're supposed to rest, you know, and do you know, because you will be so exhausted from the long hours and from the workload. So with Hagwons, the workload is a lot. The workload is a lot, and you will work longer hours. Some Hagwons, they work from during the day to late at night, and some Hagwons they work from morning to late afternoons. So but I know that with EPIC, with public schools, I know that the hours are a bit shorter, and you don't get those 10 days like in a row. No, you don't. It's 5 days in winter and 5 days in summer. So yeah. And then with EPIC, I know that it's a month, I believe. EPIC, I believe that public schools are closed now. I think they are closed for the entire Feb month. If not the entire Feb month, then almost the whole month of Feb they are closed with EPIC. Because most of the South Africans that I follow on social media who are here in South Korea, they are home now, and some of them they are on vacation. They've been on vacation ever since Feb started. So yeah, with EPIC you will get a lot of vacation days. You can go home. Like I said, some of them they are home as we speak right now. So I envy them. Yeah. So with private academies, Hagwons, you will not be getting a lot of vacation days. 10 days. That's it, it's done. And then EPIC, you get the whole month of Feb and the whole national holidays. You will get all of those, you know. So it's and also something that I've also mentioned with private academies, your job is not secured, and with public schools you are secured. And also the other issue that you want to look at is support, like work support. With EPIC, they have co-teachers, they have mentor teachers, And with Epic, because you come as a group, so when you come, you already have a circle of people, like those people that you come with, that group that you come with and you go to orientation with, those people become your friends, they become your family in South Korea. So there's a lot of support, you support each other. And then also you get an official co-teacher or mentor teacher. I don't know if there's a different, but that's what they call them. I don't have one, so I wouldn't know. So you get that, and there's a lot of support there. You know, you and your co-teacher, you work side by side, you plan the lessons together, I believe, because I mean you teach together, you know. So but then with private schools, we don't have co-teachers. Some schools have, I don't know, with private schools, I've never heard of a private school that has a co-teacher. Actually, you will not have a co-teacher, so you are by yourself. The only support you may get, the only work support you may get is a support that you seek for yourself. Like if you speak to other teachers, if you speak to other fellow teachers. I recently made a friend who's also a teacher, who's been teaching here in Korea for 4 years, I believe. So he helped me a lot with teaching ideas and teaching and games when teaching. You know, I asked him, can you help me out, because I'm still struggling a bit, so can you help me out? And then he gave me some advice on teaching and games that you can play. So with private schools, you will not be getting support like co-teachers and that, and help from your colleagues. It's very limited, you know. But then with public schools, Epic, you're going to be getting that. You are sorted when it comes to that. So yeah. But then in terms of other things like housing, pension, medical aid, it's the same. It's more or less the same with Epic and Hagwons. It's more or less the same. So the only differences are those just few things that you have to consider, like the working hours, the comfort, the security, the work support, the vacation days. It's those things. It's a bit tough on all those areas that I just said. It's a bit not so beautiful with the private schools. I'm getting confused about with the private schools. But anyway, yeah, the decision is yours. Just make your own choice. At the end of the day, I feel like the most important thing is for you to come to Korea, is for you to, yeah, I feel like that's the most important thing is for you to come to Korea. I mean, if you want to embark on this journey, then the most important thing is you getting here. So on which route you decide to take between these two is totally up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. But overall, it's a great experience. And overall, also, it depends on the kind of school that you go to. There are people who are with Epic, who are with public schools, but they are not happy because their schools are horrible. And then there are people who are with private schools, but then they are so happy at their schools. So it depends on the kind of school you get and the kind of the school director that you get. So you must just cross your fingers, not your thumbs. Cross your fingers that you get a good school and you get a good director. So it all comes to that. A good school and a good director, and you'll be good. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope it gives you an insight in your decision making. Yeah, but it's great. There's greatness in both sides. There's greatness in both sides, and it's like public schools. It's definitely something I want to try. Maybe in my 2nd year of teaching in Korea, I'm definitely going to go for public schools one day. I'm definitely going to go for that comfort, you know, that comfort. Yeah, like think of it this way, like Epic is like there's a bit of a comfort there, but then with private schools, you'll be forced to be out of your comfort zone a little bit, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like I'm just rambling. I feel like I'm just not making sense. What are you saying? Keep quiet. Okay, guys, remember that you are loved, you are beautiful, and you are blessed.